Alright, man. Alright. Yeah. Damn June phone gotta be doing mighty bad, man. You to walk way from fucking Meetup Park, way over on the other side of the fire tower, 20 miles down the damn infield. They sell me a damn poke bean for $4. That damn June phone gotta be doing mighty bad, man. That June phone gotta be doing mighty damn bad, man, for you to walk 20 miles for $4 and sell me a damn spider. This ain't a loaded dice, is it? Cause you walk way down here for $4. This damn dice gotta be loaded, man. We trying to clean my house out after I do this shit? That June phone gotta be doing mighty damn bad, man. That pistol get you paid a lot faster. They'll go on the damn pop marbles on all on the side and everything over to you. It's yours anyway. Damn June phone gotta be doing mighty damn bad, man. Alright, man. Back where they say. Shit. Wait, I got a fashion tape. Who the fuck is this nigga? Who is this nigga talking to my fucking ear, man? Like a whisperer or some shit. A fucking confession tape. I mean, I came down looking for Nanny, man. We used to live at, they had 1994 on the damn deed. We was down here in like 92, 91 or some shit. Couldn't have been 94. I'm still trying to figure out who the fuck Joyce is. I'm thinking Nanny name was fucking Joyce. When I come back, man, I start catching memories and flashbacks and shit. Hell yeah. I mean, remember me to get some crayons. Pencils, poster board crayons, and markers and shit to decorate the wall. Just draw a lot of faces and put them all over the wall so we walk in like a crowded room and shit. Alright. As I sit here, man, I don't know what the fuck kind of shit they put on me, but I keep seeing like a flashing thing. What's going on? So what the hell is that? Somebody just withdrawing money from your account. They said, what the hell is going on? I said, so this is some new cryptocurrency, some shit? So I said it's a bunch of digital shit, and I just can't do this and say, I want a digital, I can't spend no digital money, nigga. I need a fucking swipe card, motherfucker. What are they saying? Watch this thing. He's skied up, motherfucker. Man. I said in this bitch, man, I heard some voices say, Snapper, you don't go nowhere by yourself, man. Everywhere you go, you got 2 little girls with you. 3 or 4 little girls with you. They go everywhere with you. I started, remember I say to my the little one be pumped up and shit? Yeah. Who else? See, you got a little boy be with you too and shit, man. Then I started thinking about Nina and all them. I never really thought about none of that shit that happened when I was little, man. I was still too busy moving on. Get paid Friday, man. Give me about 3 boxes of motherfucking, I'm a partner with motherfucker, man. At times, man, when I get by myself, I cover the fucking mirror up, you know. No, it's everybody cool, but I cover the fucking mirror up. So I see, even he trying to steal my fucking. I said, man, I don't want to hear that shit, man. He probably been trying to help me out to go kill somebody. But, shit, man, I gotta get another head up like this shit. Yeah. So as this shit comes, I'll let you know. I was sitting at home one night. I was sitting in damn infield one night like this, man. It had got dark. I was hanging out with Pat. I was sitting there. I was hanging out and shit, right? And I'm about to sleep or something like this. Papa walked by and said, this flash to get you home fast and then walk. Pow! Pop my ass in the head. All I done was I woke up in the fucking road and put a rod in my head, all kinds of shit. And shit after that, and said, well, word is yours, bro. People keep coming back with that fucking Jesus joke all the time. I just want to hear from you. Yeah. So you know better than this shit, Snap. You know better than this shit, man. I got to a point, man, where I was traveling around everywhere. And I remember I went to Vietnam as a little boy. The first place I went to Iran, I believe. When I got to Iran, I said, I had this lady with me. She looked like my mama. She wasn't like my mama. We got to Iran and I had a gallon bag of cocaine. A Ziploc gallon bag full of cocaine. I was hugging that shit like some schoolboys. Had my pistol. Had some fucking IDs of the dead motherfuckers from the neighborhood that I shot. And I was supposed to go through the metal detector. And the lady that looked like my mama, some Mexican lady, she just sat down and she said, I ain't going through that metal detector. She said, you can get in trouble, you can get locked up. Ain't both of us get locked up. We caught a plane over there and shit. So I went down there and sat my gallon bag of cocaine on the fucking, on the check thing before you go through the metal detector. The guy was sitting there like this, and I laid it down just like it was no big fucking deal. I pissed it down, put my IDs down, bam, like that, and the dude got shot. And all of a sudden, we had to go see the leader of the country. Walked in the room, he had a guy down there with a badge on and shit. And I walked in there with 10 shit here, man. I said, this is a fucking setup, ain't it? I said, he only covered by no fucking dice. I said, that motherfucking police, I'm gonna shoot you, and you. And you know, so we went talking and shit, was trying to figure out what's going on. And telling about motherfucking shit was going on in my neighborhood. And I ended up sitting on the floor. The lady was standing there. And I went to the lady. I kissed her. I said, protect my baby. I kissed her on the stomach of my baby, Shanice, you know. Not Shanice, because I got multiple Shanice, but Shireen. And it wasn't my first baby, man. And the guy, he's like, yo, cut that baby out that lady's stomach and put it in the jar. You know, she might not make it on the way back. You know, a lot of shit happening. You know, the way this guy come in, you know, he ain't but like 3.5 years old. He already pumped the fuck up. You know, so. And they put the baby in the jar. And I went outside and I ended up racing some kid. Because they don't really speak our language over there and shit. And you never know that, like, people don't speak the same language. So I went outside, some kid, I said, one race, like foot race. We was running and shit, you know. And that's how I started meeting people over there as a child. Another experience I had, man, I went to Vietnam. I didn't ever want to go nowhere to the farms. I want to go to the damn medical farm and shit, because I had people knocking on my door at night. Like women and shit knocking on my door at night saying they was in pain and shit. So I became a little medicine man, you know, like a little damn, like a little place where they go and knock on the door and get medicine from. And I started making all kinds of cough syrup and shit, you know, like Robitussin was a cough syrup for sore throat, shot for your throat. I put making coca leaves and shit, and spray your throat with it. And then, you know, when people get raped, it's like they fall down and scrape their knee. It's like falling down and scraping your knee on the ground. You know how that shit burns? But that's how rape victims feel. That's how they describe it and shit. So that's a coca paste to go up in like cream shit to rub in there, like medicine, you know, for the women. You know, if that shit would have happened. But that's like documenting and shit as a child. And, shit. I went to Vietnam. When I went to Vietnam, I can't, because you know, like it's been so long ago. But there are times when I sit in here, in this room, it's like this room got like familiar presence to it, where it has like a familiar symptom to me. So when I went to Vietnam as a child, I walked on the damn opium farm, and I was this little boy. And somebody told me, said, go out there and tell the little boy your name, and he'll tell you what to do. So, my name is Pow. Shoot your ass in the face, that's my name. My name is the sound of a gun going off. Pow, that's the name of the inside. So, I walked down to the little boy, popped him in the fucking head, took his ID, looked at it and see what his name was. Then, you know, the guy there on the phone, he was like, what the hell was that, you know? What the hell going on out there? And I fucked around and rubbed some, I had like some opium, like that's the sap. I rubbed some sap. So what the hell is this, gone? I went to rub it in my fingers like this. And all of a sudden I passed out. And this lady, this brown skin lady, I call her Nanny. She came to my rescue. And I don't know if I shot her little boy, but I told her I'd be her little boy. They had a helicopter come try to get me in because I was, you know, I don't know, like if you rub, like fentanyl or heroin, that shit will drop you down, you know. It ain't been processed not yet to make medicine with. So I was on the helicopter and then I started calling her Nanny, and shit. I think I ended up going to the damn, went to the ECU, the emergency room over there, or they did some kind of, they shot me with some adrenaline or something, got me back up. But after that, I ended up right back at the same farm, and I ended up in the office, talking to the guy who owned the farm, and he gave me a job, and he told me to go on out there on the farm, and I met a couple of the girls and shit, and we all got to know each other. He said, well, just don't tell them your name and shit, you know. You know, we'll get another name. So everybody started calling me Shorty. Because I was a short little strange kid, you know. And my real name is, you know, the Sound of a Gun. So they call me safe names. You know, for a safe name, they call me Shorty, Snap, Snug, Pooh, shit, man, Dice, Deal, Card, Shuffle. I put down a bunch of names my voice called me. Jedi, Daddy, you know. It's a lot of damn names they call me. And, shit. Fuck else. So I ended up working on a damn opium farm for a while. I learned how to process this shit, and I was like, yo, this is pretty good medicine. And I like to, you know, get some of this tape out of my spot, some seeds or something, to grow my farm. Make some pain medicine, you know, because people always talk about they in pain and shit. People break their leg and ankles and all kind of shit. They just come to my house and buy pain medicine. And I got this rider, you know, I sit here and think, and I said, man, that 5-gallon pot that I used to have on the stove, full of coca, you know, most people have like a little mason jar full of cocaine, cooking crack, cooking up hard, you know, making it hard and, you know, trying to expand and shit. But the way I had it, man, I had my 5-gallon pot. I had no jar, no water, no nothing, just coca leaves in the damn pot, with like coca paste in the pot, and a bitch was zooming. And I'd be on the damn, standing on the chair, the stove and shit, as the pot go. And the way I describe my pot, man, my pot was like a little fucking, in your world, it's like a little easy bake oven, you know. I had like a little easy bake oven for cooking, you know, cooking coca leaves, and a lot of shit happened. I stand on my damn chair. I can remember a lot of nights, man. I stand on my damn chair, man, because at one point I was by myself before my kids were born, and my family wasn't really there. And at times they bring, you know, like these Hollywood cash motherfuckers, they bring people down there pretending to be my family and shit, because at one point I became like a big deal and shit as a child. And my brother used to call me Dice and shit. Well, my so-called brother. You know. As I sit here and I think, you know, because I think I went through a lot of cold cases when I was over at 16, 28, and it was, you know, I was looking through like cold case files and shit by myself, drinking liquor, smoking cigarettes, listening to the radio and shit. And this Shannon picture been floating around for a while. So when I got back here, I started catching like memories on shit. I'm like, Shannon died in 92 or something. Then I hear this motherfucker say, well, you know, when Shannon fucking, the police, they said Shannon died, he got a death certificate and a police report that says, I remember the night, he came in, that was all in high school and shit. You know, people in high school, they smoke weed and shit. My brother, he was doing dice. Well, he had a little bill crusher, he had some dice, some in the kitchen standing on the chair, bubbling pot going and shit. Shannon and my brother, they go to the same shit, around the same, they talking and shit. So Shannon go, you know, ask his brother can hear the shit. I said, what? And then my brother started giving us some money. I said, motherfucker, you didn't hear my dice, and I shot his ass. I shot him from the kitchen, popped him in the chest. The fucking bullet went through his back, bust through the fucking wall, tore the hot water heater up. So my brother said, goddamn, Dice, you done fucked another hot water heater up, man. So we had to call the cops. So my brother like, what we gonna do with this tall nigga, man? So might well go to the fucking store, man, get some fucking cigarettes and some beer and shit, man. You know, fucking police come, man. So Dice got some money, I said, I got some money. So we fucked around, went to the store. So we ended up getting the cops. The cops came and shit. And the police report, you know, as like 2 weeks ago, I was thinking about it. The police report read that he had a death certificate. And the police report read that he got shot in the chest. He died from a gunshot wound to the chest. Because he was down there at my house, the little white house in me, he was trying to smoke some cocaine for free and got shot. And I still trying for all this shit too. And then I started thinking about the Trey Richards situation where Trey Richards, the man named Richard, his dad and shit, he was some guy talking about he went to Vietnam and telling these lies about how children in Vietnam be shooting goddamn soldiers and shit. I saw nothing like that over there. I was like the only little motherfucker that popped motherfuckers in the head. I was like, you talking about Meat Out Park or some shit. So I got down there, knocked on the door, he talking shit. I guess he called, he was like, oh, you know, I ain't scared no little Vietnamese children either, motherfucker. My daddy was in the word and shit. And so I walked the fuck down there, way from the fucking church. I just, I get to strolling, nigga, you know what I'm saying? I get the fucking strolling, you know. Get down there, knock on the door. He pulls a Mossberg on me, shit, little motherfucker. I ain't scared no children, you know. And then, you know, I popped his ass first. He fell on the fucking floor. I walked in the house. I'm a little nigga, man. I'm about 3 years old, man. 3.5 years old, but I'm already speeding, man, because a lot of shit been happening in my life that sped me up. unplanned shit. And the next day, his dad or some shit, he gets fuzzy. But the next day, he was in the damn farm. He was on the damn counter farm. His dad was out there. He was like, I never seen, and popped his ass in the head, and laid him over. And I was collecting IDs. Then I met this guy. He was from down there by he's down in Mexico somewhere. And he was saying, he was looking at IDs. He said, man, you do a lot with these IDs, man. Especially with your situation, you got to keep the lights on, you got babies and shit coming. He said, man, we can sell these motherfuckers out in California, man, and have people come back and forth and just have them playing like little scripts and shit, working regular ass jobs and say, every time you get paid, you come down here like a little TV show and you buy dope for me and shit. And, I guess the shit started from there. But then they had people coming the fuck down there. And motherfuckers were coming the fuck over there. And that shit, it just kept going and going and going and going. People are coming the fuck down there. They go get fucking high. They do all kinds of other shit. It was like a whole big show going on. And motherfuckers get shot and killed. They had 2 or 3 more guys around the corner waiting to come pick them up and play the part. Cause like I be sitting on the porch and I be like, man, I remember this one time. And I had this guy like, hey, what's here with me? You remember we went down there? And then he starts, yeah, I remember. I said, motherfucker, that never fucking happened. And I shot his ass and he said, motherfucker, not here with the motherfucker still here was fucking ID. And the cops would come, and I'm still with him. I said, motherfucker's down here illegally, man. He stole somebody's ID in my fucking family, trying to steal my church and shit. And that shit happened a lot. So I have a lot of memories, bro. I was staying by myself in the White House. And women used to bring women in to look like my mama all the time. And that's how I learned how to, do the double blind studies. That's not him, that's him. I could tell with a twin from a twin and shit. So like I said, this lady, she had me on the porch. And she was rocking me on the brick steps. And I was a little baby. She said, when you get old enough, my name is Snapper, because I'm going to sick him on your ass, I'm going to make this little fucker mean. And the guys was like, back then, it was all kinds of, it was a war on drugs going on around the time I was born. They had the fucking Gulf War and then the war on drugs. All that shit was all stemming together. And motherfucking country got invaded. A whole bunch of other shit happened. But I had memories where I'm a little boy. And my baby was in a jar. And I go out to work on the farm and I come back. And I watch my baby when I kiss the jar every day. And I'm like, once she get big enough, I'm going to nurse her up. And I can remember living in the house. It was me, Shireen, Sharia, who I call Chinese, Chrissy. Puddin was there. I had a little boy, his name was Son. Miles was there. And the kids used to like, when people come in the yard, they go hide in the house and shit, like oh shit, man, somebody rolled up, man. They roll up, if anything happen, we're gonna find them motherfuckers and shoot them motherfuckers, man. Motherfuckers coming trying to rob them and shit. And me and Shanice, which is, I call it Korea or Sharia or some shit, we ended up falling in love. And it was days where me and her being in the kitchen, we kissing everybody's kitchen, everybody's. And we pretty much would walk and hold hands and shit. And then, Shanice, I shot her in the settlement part and shit, like places where they from. She was sitting there, I called her pretty knees and shit. And that was my baby too. And it comes to nights where I'm loaded, they loaded, we stand on the chair at the stove together. And I'm teaching them how to cook up fucking dice on the 5-gallon pot. She get it bubbling, let it bubble, cut it off, look around. Crack the fucking ice cream, partner. Y'all niggas just drop 1, 2. I crack a whole fucking ice cream and shit, Sit there, let it look around, Look at the ice tray, crack the ice tray and that shit. Like, come on, let's go in here, find something else to do while it hardens up. I gotta sweep the floor. And then, I wasn't bagging up dice, I was bagging up gallon bags, man, And at times I bag with dice, like, at times we start growing, at times, because it comes in flashes, We be sitting at the table. And all us, me, my daughters, we all sitting at the table. My son, he on the phone. And we just sitting there bagging up dice at the damn table, like motherfuckers up there shelling beans and shit, bagging up dice. And we still little kids. Keep the fucking lights on. And, so it's the memory I had. So I walked in the hallway of the little white house that I was in. Nobody was there except me and my kids. I walked in the hallway. And my baby, she's from Korea. But she stays here with me. And she walks out. She's smaller than this. And she's looking at the door. And I said, what is it? You know, it's late night. I said, what is it? And she's just staring at the door. And she kept saying, white, white, white. I picked it up, took it in the kitchen. And every time we go somewhere, she just be looking at the door. And she'd be looking at somebody saying, white, white. I said, why you keep saying white for? I said, oh, you saying wait. You know, like she said, wait. You know, somebody gonna knock on the door. A customer gonna knock on the door. Or, you know, somebody gonna knock on the door sooner or later. And, man. And at one point, it was me and Nina. Me and Nina were little kids. We got a farm out of meet up. And I had a Redberry phone, a Juneberry phone, you know, I didn't meet up. So me and Nina was there, and we used to get up and work on the Juneberry phone, pick the seeds of it, pluck the leaves, had some, you know, just process the shit, you know, learn how to do all this shit and make the medicine. And I was laughing about Chapo. Alright, so when I went to Vietnam, I came back with this woman named Nina. I said, no, man. I said, I just explained to her, I ain't got no family, and you need to come back with me and shit. And they was explaining this little boy's kind of tension and shit. We might have to administer medicine, like, you know, Band-Aids for tension to him, you know, like, you know, how to put on, you know, that shit called nicotine patches, but this is like opioid patch to, you know, soothe you the fuck out, you know. So she came back. She put on a detective hat. She was like, so what they wear over there, you know? So shorty, what do they wear over there? You know, she's like a professional. Like, what do they wear over there? So I started explaining that they wear these like detective hats, these collar shirts with stripes on them. Like, you know, the brown ones with the brown, you know, and then the khaki pants with a crease in them. You know, that's like the Pachuco type shit they wear over them. So just so I know how to dress to blend in, you know, because we're from a whole different environment. And we get there, she puts this on, and she's helping me find my mama. You know, she says, well, what's your mama? I said, my mama like a Mexican or some shit. And my dad like a Vietnamese or Viet Cong. So, you know, it all comes, and it comes in fuzz. You know, like if I sat here and I smoked cigarettes looking at the wall all night, man, I just be having all kinds of memories of shit that's happening. And really truth, I smoke a whole fucking carton of cigarettes in 3 days, man, just sitting there thinking and shit. And then if I start drinking, man, I drank a whole fucking gallon of liquor. Then 2 days, man, just sitting there thinking and shit, and I wouldn't even be fucking drunk. And so she gets here, and I start calling her Nanny. Her name wasn't Nanny. I called her Nanny because she's my caretaker. And I had money already, you know, because I've been selling fucking Juneberries and, you know, and glitter and shit like that. I had nice names for it. I had a lot of customers set up before I went. People come to the house at night and they say, well, I ain't worried about Shorty. You know, I ain't worried about Shorty, you know, officiate me. I don't want no deep throat or fuck me in my ass or sodomize, but his thing too little, you know. Just little deep. Go to Roach Dick House, little Roach House. You know, so I had a lot of customers to come and then they buy from me as a child. And plus I protect the girls from the guys. And at times, you know, I remember one time, man, I stayed up for 35 fucking days, man. Like, every time I get sleepy, like Ice Cube say, you know, you can't sleep. It's every time you doze, you take blows in the motherfucking nose. But, you know, every time I get sleepy, man, I was just so paranoid. Somebody's gonna break in my house and steal my fucking TV. Or somebody gonna break in the house and try to, you know, take me and steal my ID or some shit. And I stayed up 35 days hustling, man. People just come, and I'm still a little kid, man. People come back and forth in the house. So when I finally got time to go to sleep, I slept 3 days straight up under the bed in my sister's room, in the pink room, with my pistol. I can't remember what the weather was like. It was probably around fall time. The weather pattern changed a lot. Because back then, you know, fall comes around, you can smell the peanuts in the air, you can smell the crunch of the leaves in the air. And there was a lot of shit going on at the time. I remember I had one memory. Shanice used to wear a white gown. And all this Sharia, her name, I know I was naming all on Shanice, you know, it's like my name. You know, what's your motherfucker asked your name, what's your name by, you know? So I was naming them all the same name and shit. And there's no names don't matter, you know who the fuck I'm talking to. you know. But we all short, and we make a lot of babies and shit together. And after I went to Iran and I learned how to put the baby in a jar, you know, I had learned something new. That was like learning how to tie your shoes. So I brought that knowledge back to America. So much of the babies that was born, I put them in a jar. You know, the girls are too little to get pregnant, they swell up, and then, you know, the baby might, and the mother might die and all kind. I can't have all that. So I take the baby and I put it in the jar type shit. I had one baby so small, like a little bean like this. I put it in a little pill bottle, and me and Nina would sit there and smell it and watch the baby grow up. And the baby, like, you know, ever seen a rat where the baby was, where like the rat is pink, but you see like the black dots? It ain't the foot of the phone hair. That's how the babies look. And then after a while, the babies start coming to and got them crawling and shit. And it was like a little, and your world would be like a science probably, but now we're in reality. And me and Nina was there for a while. Gooseman came to the neighborhood. So this is what else happened. So Nanny came. I had a car. I ain't been in a drive car, but you know, you need a fucking car. Get somebody taller than drive for marketing shit. You know, just leave them up for a car and shit. Plus you need school supplies. So the guys had the idea, well, let's get somebody for me. We got this mama ID. Let's just send somebody down that likes your mama. So most people came out like my mama. They didn't have my daddy's ID. Most people came out like my daddy. A lot of them got shot. So when I got to prison, you know, they had like, I don't know what they had, like, when I was in prison, I was in a one-man hole. And it was like this program came in my eyes of this black and white type shit. And it said it's been 15 different men played great. It showed me all 15 of the men in my, like, and it's like, man, I wasn't hallucinating. And they said one man, you know, they had one man, he said, no, I never came to fucking meet up, Paul. I stayed over here, you know, in Meadowbrook. And they had another guy, he said, I didn't come because I stayed over here in Enfield with a Cherry girl. They had another guy, he stayed over there, and, yeah, they had, it's still a bunch of guys and shit. And a couple of them got killed. They brought on 4 guys to like from Pakistan, but they had a thing for 8-year-old girls. And all 4 of them got shot. I remember one day, man, I was a little boy. I had this white Sentra in the car. I had 10 windows in it. I think we had a CD player in the bitch, you know, because shit was kind of high tech, you know. We got the money back then, you could buy a CD player, all kind of shit. You know, shit, y'all don't know about the shit, y'all know. But anyway, so sitting out there, I had this other woman playing, and she would call me Shorty. Woman like my mama. And we was by Katie's yard. Everybody got fucking split. And the man like Greg, he pulled his barber, he told her, he said, bitch, I'll cut your throat. And I ended up shooting the nigga. I shot the nigga from a distance. I'm sure I shot the nigga, the bullet busted him and busted back last out the fucking car. You know, and I used to go refinance my marbles and shit, you know. Refinance me, I go scan for my metal, take it back up there and melt the shit down, make another bullet out of it. But, certain nights, man, I be sitting by myself and the police knock on the fucking door. And they'll bring me bullets and they'll buy dice. And they were like, Shorty, you got it from here, man? You know, it's a dark little hole you living out here, man. And, you know, I'm going to patrol the city limits and so we got to be all around, you know. So, you know, I got to stay up too. So, you got enough bullets? Yeah. So, you need me, man, just call. Say, all right, if I need you, man, I'll probably just sneak off and I know. But as long as you got some bullets, I'm good. So, I'm probably about 4 years. So I haven't really started really school now yet. So, as we growing up, I remember one day, me, Shanice, Chrissy, we in the house. In the blue silver room, Shanice, what's it called? Korea Shanice, you know, she's already pregnant. Halifax, Iran Shanice, she's in the other room, she's like the same height as me. And, you know, it's a lot of kissing and touching and shit going on. Chrissy gets pregnant, everybody in the house is fucking pregnant, you know. I remember one night, man, me and Miles was there, and me, Miles, and we had Chapo, but it was Chapo's son, I believe. Cause Chapo, you know, he had a son like Big Travel age, and it's like Raul and shit, and that shit's kind of funny. So I'm playing Sega Genesis. My son Miles, was his mama looks like my mama. You know, we sitting up playing, and I'm his daddy. I'm like 7, he like 4. So we playing the game, playing Sega. And I'm doing a lot of stuff, and I'm missing a lot of jumps. And he was like, damn, Daddy, you need to hit the H-ball, don't you? You see missing a lot of stuff. So Gooseman was on the corner, he's like, yeah, the H-ball. And he's like, yeah, so what's an H-ball? It's an H-ball like this big. And then he's like, Daddy, you need to hit the H-ball. So he gets to chuckling and shit. And he gets on the phone. He said, man, this kid got to own all the cocaine in the world because his damn apes are at least 2 pounds. Call them mace balls. He checking with his friends and shit. So he's like, Snapper, you need to tell him that, apes are the size of a dice and shit. So we end up playing. And then I started remembering my son Miles, man, when I got back here. I get a little small space where I can remember everything. I started remembering Miles, man, I was kind of chuckling because I tell Miles, get your ass in the shower, get in there, like we do something else, get in the shower, and I'm gonna skin your little ass. I'll make you jump in the shower, and just like that, Y'all might say little kids, but he said, that's my damn daddy, that's my father, He got 3 years life experience I don't got. I got to laughing and smiling because he fucks around, and he gets dressed all up, and his mama looks like my mama, but it ain't my mama. My mama them do. And it had all kinds of, caretakers to come there that look like my folks. But Miles get dressed up. He put on his, he real serious and shit when the clothes on. I said, what the fuck is they doing that shit today, man? No fucking graduation or something? And we all little cheering. And I'm a grown up. And he said, I said, gotta be a fucking graduation. He said, no, that's what you got no fucking date or something. He said, not Valentine's Day. And they call me Sonic and he tells and shit, And fucking hamburger is fucking beefaroni day and shit, Every time beefaroni day comes around, he dresses the fuck up and go to fucking school and like he's going to a fancy ass restaurant. And one day he dressed up, it's like beefaroni day. He said, "Oh, graduate day, then." So I'll be there, man. So lately, I was giving some spaghetti, man. I went and I said, "No, I ain't getting no spaghetti, man. I'm going to get the fucking noodles, the macaroon noodles." And the turkey hamburger, it ain't even beefaroni. The turkey hamburger and the sauce, and I just sit and think about Miles and shit. While I was laying in the bed, man, I thought about Miles. I was laying here, I couldn't see nothing but Miles in the corner. Miles and fucking Goose, Miles and fucking Ryu. And we was talking about an H-ball and shit, and how we used to hang out and shit. And Ryu was like a caretaker at the time. Chapo's son came down there. He was a caretaker at the time. And he was like, I was under the impression that y'all needed to buy some stuff, man. He said, it seemed like to me you got it all made because I already had a 5-gallon pot in the house. He was like, I don't really know how to cook it and make it hard, I just tell you how it is. Guys take a bumper with some snuff of it, sprinkle it on a cigarette, smoke it or something. So I taught him a few things. So one night, and then he was driving me around. He was like, I'm gonna show you how to do these IDs, man. She's got a lot of IDs shit. You probably need some tall motherfuckers in your neighborhood to help you do something. They just niggas who take orders and shit. So went out to Cali, flipped a couple of IDs. People came back. Nobody said, you gotta get a regular fucking job, And then got to the point where we tell people to get the fuck out, all kinds of shit. And motherfuckers don't want to leave. And then they leave and they bring another fucking van full of motherfuckers that look like the motherfuckers. And it just start getting, to the point where it's so cluttered and shit. And then they tell them they see the kids. They want to take the fucking kids to California and put them in. I'm not having that shit, man. And I got another daughter, she's, I think she's, she kind of like a Japanese type girl, but she look like me. And she was born with me and shit. And she walks around, and, she kind of tensed up like me and shit. Everywhere I go, she behind me and shit. And then I had, Shanice's personality is a lot different than other women. Shanice's personality, she got like a, like a gloomy, smiley type personality and shit. She got a calming, sensation sense personality. But she will, she grew around us too. Now, my other daughter, Shanice, that was in the job from Iran, she has the personality, she, we little motherfuckers, we got to protect our fucking house. We got big, tall motherfuckers trying to take shit. We ain't having that shit. So I taught them how to cook and coagulate, bag. Then I taught them how to use a pistol and protect ourselves, how to make our own money, how to work on the farms. So for my 3 years life experience over top of them, I was teaching them as I was going. We just all learning together. And I remember I went to Korea. North Korea. I remember I started having flashbacks about the limo ride with Mr. Jong-un, Yo Jong, and Kim riding around in the limo, going around and see stuff. But like I say, the way I explain it is, it's like let's say like a world record type shit. Let's say if you was the pizza eating champion, the hot dog eating champion of the world. They send you around the world like a world record holder, and you get to meet the presidents of every country and shit. Then you might have to go to their, if they got kids, you get to go to stay the night at their house and eat motherfucking popcorn and watch a movie. Some shit like that. But I never went nowhere without my damn pistol and my gallon bag of coca. So I started with my Mr. Jones, and we started having a ratio when I was little. And he say, and I had my gallon bag of coke, and he was like 7 1/8. So I gave him the whole gallon bag, right? And he looked at it like this. He looked at it because he kind of showed. He said, that little motherfucker can't count. So I turned around this, and then he said, don't feel bad, you're just a little kid. And he put me on the table. We got the scales. I show you how to scale it. Do it with rulers. That's how much it is in the line. And not that I pretty much already knew. I wasn't really hustling, but I was just telling him, you motherfucker rich, motherfucker, how much you want to buy? I said the whole fucking game. You know what I'm saying? But staying with Kim and them that night. Me, Kim, and Yo, they got older siblings and shit. And I ain't gonna expose the whole family. They got stairs now. So we sitting there, and Kim got the flashlight like this, and we telling ghost stories and shit. Well, they do tell ghost stories. We all little kids. Kim like 2 years older than me. Yo like a year younger, maybe the same age. And it gets time to go to bed. We go to bed. And I sneak out. I sneak down and talk to you. They really didn't speak, English, but somehow we all kind of spoke the same. Like, we was young and shit. So I asked for a kiss. She was like, man, I kissed, all kind of stuff. Then we ended up, doing the Uchi Coochie on the stairs. I ended up getting caught on the damn stairs where everybody was asleep. And the light popped on, my dad went clapping. He said, welcome to the family. Your little ass getting married in the morning. And as I said, they said, Snapper, you stayed in Korea for a long time. They said, you might have stayed in Korea like 5 months or some shit like that when you was little. And then I went to Iran. I went to Japan. I went all over the world. I went all over the world. I don't know how long I stayed in Mexico for one time, but I stayed in Mexico. I went to Chihuahua. Now, as I see it by myself, I get to laughing. Because I was at the Guzman's at one point. And Chapo was trying to tell me, it's a lot of other shit, Jack, when he's saying, it's a lot of other shit you can be doing other than selling cocaine, But in my neighborhood, he said, down here, this shit, it ain't a lot of money. But in your neighborhood, but they really don't understand. I was like a little medicine man and shit. A lot of shit going on in my neighborhood. People need pain medicine, That's what I went to the damn coca farm. And he was trying to tell me about the food farm and Mayo and all them, Mayo. Garcia, he was saying, when you get some money from selling the fucking dice or whatever, buy you some fucking land in the north and take that shit to the north. We got stuff going on down here. We got recipe parties, all kind of stuff. We got to provide for the world for us the food and stuff. So I get you some seeds if we run out. If you run out, we got a patch over there that, pretty much have a vibe. So I started going to business with them. And they were saying, well, if El Nino come and you got a farm and our farms get flooded, then we had to get on the phone and call the next farm up, and we'll just come to your farm if your farm flourishing, and we'll do business with you like that. And then we'll take it to the canned food and market it into the damn what's name. I ended up with damn Guzman and Goya. I'm a little boy. Guzman said, no, I'm taking this little fucker down to the restaurant. He gonna pass out, he gonna hand me plates on the line. Something like when people come in, they have like the little glass stuff right there, and we behind the register. I'm holding the plates, passing the plates to him and Goya. That's what people gonna do, and they putting like whatever people like KW type style shit. I leave from out of there and go to the back, sits on the soda crate, I'm bagging dice and shit. Goya finds me, like, man, you just ain't let the shit go. I was like, how much is dice, man? He said, all kind of shit. And then the girl, people was buying dime bags for a quarter from me, Like down there, they say, sell me a quarter bag, and they give me a quarter for a bag of shit. But I worked, and Guzman took me around and showed me a bunch of factories, like cattle farms, factories, and food farms, all kinds of stuff, And he was saying, you dead set on this medical stuff you got going on. And I got pissed off at everybody one night. So I'm down there. I ain't even in school now yet. But like I said, my mom and them gone, so I'm pretty much going everywhere. And it got times where the police are arrest me for shooting somebody up in North America, and then they say, well, let's say me and the teenage boys get in trouble, and they got them, get their mama called, and they all go, and they say, look, boy, where you from? And I just tell them I'm from Mexico. So they just take me to damn Mexico and drop me the fuck out down in town, and then I get to Mexico, I get down and talk around people. Then they say, where you from? And they fly me back to North America, That's why it became my way to go back and forth. And one night, man, we sitting in the damn white car. Me, Ryu, Nanny, and Nina. Ryu got issues. He had done something, and I sat up all night trying to fix him. I don't know if I fixed him or not. You gotta remind me, so much shit was going on. So we in the car, Nanny driving. I'm on that first side. Nina's in the back. She leaning in the front. She's smiling. And Nanny said, Nina, you gonna be my baby. Nina, my baby. And, Shorty, your daddy. And, this is how we're gonna live our life. And me and Nina had already had children and shit. And me and Nanny had children. So moved down to 16, moved down to Rocky Mount. Me and Nanny staying out here for a while. And then Lashings came. A lot of other people came. I was getting a little too rough for Nina. And she was like, I had men's attention packs now. And then one night she was just sitting there with a tension pack on her because she was tensing up all kind of shit. People coming down there like we fucking furious, all kind of shit. And she tried to explain. Then guys asked for fucking passports. Then then they started saying shit. How we do people with illegals and shit. We rape them in the ass and slaughter them and throw them in the creek. All kind of stupid shit. You over here without a passport, we can rape you and do all kind of stupid shit. Which caused a lot of people to get fucking shot. So we had a daughter and a son, and I always slept in room B. And room B was a big hint. So as a baby, the man Tornado, I call him Taz. He remind me of Taz and Devil and shit. So as a fucking baby, my mama goes over there. I don't know if it's mama or not. They take me down there and they cooking up a mason jar. She went running for a job. She sits me on the floor. They get to talking, and then she was like, "Don't do such and such." He smacked and said, "Bitch, I rape you," and all kind of shit. So after a while, I just kept saying rape. That's like coming my first word type shit. Then the man that my mom was dealing with, was doing the roofing and shit. He took me out there. He said, I'm going to find your boy dad and shit. And he took me out in the infield and said he needed a gun for himself to protect the woman because I don't beat all the time. I'm thinking about hitting the fucking road. A lot of shit goes down there in that little dark ass hole. People just come down like, people just roll up anytime, just kicking your fucking door and ain't nobody around to help you and shit. And so I ended up with a damn 6-shot pistol. And Burl ended up putting a damn hair trigger on the pistol.